Hi, my name is Ayla. I am 27 years old. I'm from Iowa and I'm a hairstylist.
Thank you for introducing yourself, Ayla. So tell me a little bit about your lifestyle before joining the program.
Right before, I guess I had just moved back to Iowa from Illinois. I had been in college to get my degree to do hair. I was very stationed in my spot at the salon, well, the school salon, I guess. I didn't have a whole lot of movement. The fast food was right next door. Outside of it felt like work, but school I was going straight to work, so I didn't have a whole lot of great diet and I wasn't moving a lot. I got really, really big. I had maintained the same weight from high school up until college, which I didn't go back until 24. It was actually quite crippling how much weight I had gained. About 30, 40 pounds is what I gained in college. I remember having a lot of back pain. I remember standing on my feet was really hard. When my mood was really low, I was really tired. When I got out, I found myself getting out of like an autopilot situation. I started to like change things. I started moving around. I realized that my issues were a little more severe than I originally thought because I had to go to the doctor for my back. I ended up doing physical therapy with them. And then I found you in the mix of that. I guess I was a little cautious at first to join the program. Everybody is probably finances. It's like, is it really worth the money to go into a program like this? I really pieced everything together and I was like, this is going to be the best decision because he's going to hold me accountable. I was a little scared at first because whenever I see people online with the whole like people like you, I'm like, oh, like I'm so strong. You want to be like me? And then like I was super hardcore or whatever. I'm a very gentle person, so I was really nervous about that. But you were very gentle with me. You were very supportive. I would probably talk on myself like 10 times harder than anybody, really. You were probably like my biggest supporter, you and my therapist, really. The biggest thing for me was getting back into my nutrition, and
Mm.
with those monthly food things that you would give us, I loved those. I used those all the time, especially the that pita pizza with the barbecue chicken. Oh, so good. The biggest increase with the whole diet part first, like the calorie counting, I've never done that before. That was a big change. The progress photos, oh my gosh.
Okay, so
When I
let's talk about that a little bit. So, that's a very hard thing to get a lot of people to do at first, just to convince them. Like, I know it can be repetitive. I know taking progress photos, you're not happy with where you're currently at. You're not happy with your physique. Did you kind of have those same
Oh
feelings when
my
you first
God.
started taking them?
It was so much worse when I actually like after I took the photo and looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, how did I get this big? How did I lose all of this muscle? Like I was such a tone like healthy little gal and college hit. I look back at that photo often, that very first one, especially that side view. My gut went past my chest and I'm a woman. It should not be like that.
The structure of the coaching helped you as far as the nutrition, the training, even the accountability, the communication.
I really liked how like every single week you would reach out to us, you would give us like a list of questions to answer. A lot of the times like you would want us to explain our answers, and that really like opened up a really big door of communication between the two of us. Anytime I was struggling with anything, you always showed a lot of empathy. Whenever I was slacking in areas, you got a little stern but never too stern. It was just like the perfect amount to really push me. A lot of it was I would beat myself down and you'd be like, nope, don't do that. Get back up, get going.
Let's talk about the physical change. So I know we already kind of touched on it a little bit, but I mean, from the first picture to the last one, I know things kind of got a little rocky at the end, but overall, you had got, I think it was 211 down to 185.
85, yeah,
185 pounds. I mean, this
like
is
point
crazy.
two.
From where you currently were, I mean, you were very shy at first. Like I said, just creating the communication, getting you to do something like that, to take pictures, to post them on the app, to communicate with somebody on a week-to-week basis. But I could just tell the more you got into it, the more you started seeing progress. I mean, I was hype on my end seeing it. So I just want to know how you felt throughout the process of, not necessarily now, because I know how you feel now, but during it, after you've seen your body changing, when you've seen the progress progress photos. Tell me how you felt during the process of you noticing the weight drop, your body changing.
At first, I didn't really see a difference, and that was a little discouraging. But I did feel a little different, like a lot more energy. I was still really achy in some spots, but I just kept pushing through, really paying attention to my diet. And then once I started like what I think it was like into the end of month two, and I was like looking at the photo, and then I looked back and I was like, oh, I like parts of me are missing.
What is your confidence levels like, from when you first came to me to where they're at now?
When I became my most confident in myself, I did do a little shout out on my Facebook page.
That was awesome. I appreciate it.
But like everybody struggles, So, and I just didn't want people to think that, I don't know, like I just wanted to be a part of that. Just be like, hey, like just get that little push. You can do it. I could do it. We can all do it. In the very beginning, I was so ashamed. And then when I got past the point of my shame and being like, no, I need to be accountable because you really pushed that, you really pushed the accountability, especially in that first month. I really needed it. And then once I started seeing the pound shed, I felt happier. I had more energy. I felt like life was starting to get back on track again. Each day just feels like a new beginning.
Well, would you recommend this program to anybody else?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like it's such a lonely world right now. The majority of where we get our communication has been like over the phone and things like that. And I'm not the greatest online when it comes to things like that. I don't have a lot of friends in person. You became one of my greatest friends throughout this program, I'm not going to lie.
Appreciate that.
And it's life changing. It
Mhm.
really is. Like, I don't think I was going to get out of that little depressive, fat stage unless I found somebody that would support me the way that I needed to. And I think a lot of it is the people that I do have in my life, like my parents, my friends. Like, I would tell them that I felt miserable. I would tell them, I feel fat or I don't feel beautiful. And of course, they would be really quick to be like, oh, no, but you are. You carry your weight so well. Like, you are just an amazing person and da 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 da. And I never felt that way. I just didn't. And then when I came to you, like you right to the face, you were like, no, like if you feel that way, you're not wrong. It's like if like I'm looking at you and I'm not going to sit here and say you look like a freaking track star. like like you were blunt and honest but super sweet about it, and you were like, like I'm going to help you, and you did.
I'm kind of speechless right now because that's the best response that I've ever got before. So let's get down. If somebody was on the fence of joining this program, what would you say to them right now?
I guess if I was to say something to myself, I don't know how I would talk to other people, but if I was to look at myself, like me being now looking at my big old chunky self, I'd be like, Ayla, I know like you think that this is probably a waste of time. You probably think it's a waste of money. Um, you could do this on your own, da 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 da. And then after being through it, I could sit there and be like, you need the support, you need the community, because it's not just you, it's a whole group of you guys. And some of them are in my stage, some of them are in later stages, some of them are just starting out. And honestly, like having just like a community that's specifically based for this is probably the most supportive group that you can find. You guys are kind of a-holes, but in all the nice ways. A lot of support. Like it's really hard to see all of you guys posting your little selfies in the gym, and I'm like, it's been 2 days. I need to go. You guys suck. I need to be better than you. I would tell myself that it's a decision that will help change your life. It's for you. It's not like buying a video game. It's not like going to out to eat. It's not like you take it in and then that's all you get when you leave. It's like you take this with you and you can utilize this for the rest of your life. Honestly, like you could just like if you save all of the stuff that we get from you and just add to it, it's just you can't go wrong.
Absolutely. Ayla, that was perfect. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate all the work you put in over the last 6 months. Like I said, your results they speak for themselves. I could just tell you could tell how happy you were as the time went on, as your stomach started getting flatter, as it was just the weight started dropping, you could see your confidence building, and it really is a good feeling for not only myself but for you as well. So I appreciate our friendship. I appreciate the work you put in, and I just want to see you keep growing. So thank you for everything that you said on this. If you had to sum up your time working with me in one sentence, what would it be?
Never forgotten.
Never
I,
forgot.
I can't forget, and I will always be thankful.
Well, thank you so much, Ayla. I hope you enjoy yourself and keep going. Please just keep going, keep showing up for yourself. I'm always here to help, down the road, whatever questions you come across. So thank you, Ayla.
Thank you.